Hare Krishna to all the assembled devotees here. I offer my humble obeisance to Sri Guru and Gauranga. I offer my humble obeisance to Srila Prabhupada. Again, I offer my humble obeisance to my Shiksha Gurus, Dina Bhavana Madhava Das Prabhu, Swami Radhika. I think now it's more clear. So, I offer my humble obeisance to my Shiksha Gurus, Swami Radhika Madhava, and my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Ramakrishna Das Prabhu, and Her Grace Satyashoda Devi Dasi Mataji.
इसके पास one more mic.
Hare Krishna. So today I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to sit in front of all these wonderful Vaishnavas to talk about Srimad Bhagavatam. I don't know what is my qualification, but Ramakrishna Prabhu has given me some empowerment to speak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. So, I got this opportunity to somehow talk about the first canto, first chapter, sloka number 70. Some years back, maybe more than 5 years, I got the same opportunity in Ramakrishna Prabhu's house to talk about Bhagavad Gita. By coincidence, it was chapter 17. And today I am talking and Srimad Bhagavatam, first chapter, first canto, sloka 17. So I don't know, maybe 17 is a lucky number or something. So I request all my Shiksha Gurus blessings and prayers so that I can deliver my committed endeavor to please Guru and Gauranga and to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada and our dear Guru Maharaj. His Holiness Ji Padal Swami. In fact, this is the first time I am going to talk on specifically on Srimad Bhagavatam. So please excuse me for any mistakes which I may commit, because I am not a good speaker in especially Bhagavatam and especially in English language. Normally I am taking classes in Malayalam, so that shift of language may be a little difficult for me. So I will start with invoking the presence of Vrindavan here by singing Jai Radha Madhav. I'm not a singer as well, but my daughter inspires me to sing small kirtans, which I don't do always. So today I will take that risk to have a small kirtan. I will do Jai Radha Madhav and you can repeat it. Anybody can help me with the kartal, it will be good because I don't know how to do kartal. Yeah. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopikana Srinavati Varadhari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopikana Srinavati Varadhari. Jaya Radha Madhava कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन गिरिवरधारी यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन 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 यमुना तीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे हरे जय गौरा हरि हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय पिताय गौर प्रेमानंद Let's start with Mangalacharan. Om Jnana-Tinandasya Jnana-Jana-Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Radhi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sargajatam Sarganaratanathanvitam Tam Sajivam
साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु हन्त्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठुकी निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुरारमृतजलसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् गुरुनहो रसिका भुविभावुकः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So today, as I told, I will be taking on Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.17. I will just read the shloka one time, and you can, two of the Madhajis and two of Prabhus can repeat it after that. First we recite together. तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि सूरिभिः ब्रूहिणा श्रद्धधानानां लीलया ददाह कलाः तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि सूरिभिः ब्रूहिणा श्रद्धधानानां लीलया ददाह
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि परिगीतानि सुरभिः ब्रूहिणा श्रद्धधानानां लीलाय दादथ कालः
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
परिगीतानि सूरिभिः
परिगीतानि सूर्यभिः
ब्रूहीणां सद्धानानां
ब्रूहीणां सद्धानानां
लीलया ददता कलः
लीलया दत्ता
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
तस्य कर्माणि उदाराणि
परिगीतानि सूरिभिः
परिगीतानि सूर्यभिः ब्रूहीणां सद्धानानां
लीलया ददतः कला
लीलया दत्ता
Word by word meaning. Tasya, his, karmani, transcendental acts, udarani, magnanimous, parigitani, broadcast, suribihi, by the great souls, bruhi, please speak, naha, unto us, Shraddha ready to receive with respect. Leelaya, past times. Dadaha, advented. Kalaha, incarnation. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please, therefore, speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventures he performed in his various incarnations. I will read the purport and then we will explain about few things about the purport. The personality of Godhead is never inactive, as some less intelligent people suggest. His works are magnificent and magnanimous. His creations, both material and spiritual, are all wonderful and contains all variegatedness. They are described nicely by such liberated souls as Srila Narada, Vyasa, Valmiki, Devala, Asita, Madhava, Sri Chaitanya, Ramanuja, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, Sridhara, Vishwanatha, Baladeva, Bhakti Vinoda, Siddhanta Saraswati, and many other learned and self-realized souls. These creations, both material and spiritual, are full of opulence, beauty, and knowledge. But the spiritual realm is more magnificent due to its being full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. The material creations are manifested for some time, are perverted shadow of the spiritual kingdom, and can be likened to cinemas. They attract people of less intelligent caliber who are attracted by false things. Such foolish men have no information of the reality, and they take it for granted that false material manifestation is all in all. But more intelligent men, guided by sages like Vyasa and Narada, knows that the eternal kingdom of God is more delightful, larger, and eternally full of bliss and knowledge. Those who are not conversant with the activity of the Lord and his transcendent realm are sometimes favored by the Lord in his adventures or as incarnations, wherein he displays the eternal bliss of his association in transcendental realm. By such activities, he attracts the conditioned souls of the material world. Some of these conditioned souls are engaged in false enjoyment of material senses, and others in simply negating their life in the spiritual world. These less intelligent persons are known as karmis, or fruitive workers, and jnanis, or dry mental speculators. But above these two classes of men is a transcendentalist known as sattvadas, or the devotees, who is busy neither with the rampant material activities nor with the material speculation. he is engaged in the positive service of the Lord, and thereby he derives the highest spiritual benefit known as unknown to the karmis and the jnanis. As the supreme controller of both the material and the spiritual world, the Lord has different incarnation of unlimited categories. Incarnations like Brahma, Rudra, Manu, Prithu and Vyasa are his material qualitative incarnations. But his incarnations like Rama, Narasimha, Varaha and Vamana are his transcendental incarnations. Lord Sri Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnation, and he is therefore the cause of all the causes. Hare Krishna. So, now we know that from the previous speakers that all the previous shlokas mentioned here, the context is that in the forest of Naimisharanya, the honored sages, they are all assembled there to perform a 1,000-year sacrifice for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu and his devotees. So who was leading the all the sages? Anybody can tell? Shaunaka Rishi. So, and here, headed by Shaunaka Rishi, the sages asked many questions. They put forward some questions to the speaker, Sudha Goswami. So Sudha Goswami was supposed to speak to them. What was his qualification for speaking there? The qualification is that he heard directly from Sukadev Goswami when he was narrating the Srimad Bhagavatam to Parishit Maharaj in the banks of river Ganga. So he was there present in that assembly, so he heard directly from Sukadev Goswami. That is the qualification that made him to preach or narrate the same Srimad Bhagavatam in this assembly of Naimisharanya. So the sages asked 6 questions in this chapter, and out of that the 3 questions which already other speakers have already previously told about those things, and in this shloka the sages are asking about the 4th question which to Sukadev Goswami. So anybody has any idea about what are the 3 questions asked before? Okay. What is the ultimate good for the people in general? What is the second one? Yes, essence of all these scriptures. What is the essence of all the revealed scriptures? What is the third one? Yeah. This is the glories of Krishna's appearance, purpose of Krishna's appearance in the womb of Devaki as son of Vasudeva. So these are the 3 questions asked. Now, this series of questions have already been touched. There are certain things being touched in these questions. That is, one is, as we told, it is the supreme good of all the people. What is the supreme good of all? What is the purpose, the importance of deliverance through the Krishna Nama? How we are going to get delivered through the Krishna Nama? Then the purity of Sadhu Sangha is also discussed, and then the purifying glories of Krishna is also there. So all these are already been discussed, and now they arrived. Now the sages, they want to. They have the desire to know about the divine adventures of the Lord. What are the divine activities of the Lord? And as sung by Narada, great sages like Narada, Vyasa and all, they have sung about the glories and the pastimes of the Lord. They want to know about that. So Shaunaka Rishi and the other sages, they did not ask about these leelas of the Lord just for theoretical knowledge. They want to address themselves. They told in the shloka, they address themselves as Shraddha Dananam. Means they are eager, they are faithful, they are eager to hear from the speaker with respect and faith. With faith that this hearing the Lord's glories and the the pastimes of the Lord as his incarnations will help them to deliver them to the Supreme Lord. This is what is their intention. They were not willing to hear this for some theoretical knowledge. So they want to hear this for getting liberated and also to help others to get liberated. So they wanted to hear about the Lord's magnanimous deeds, about his forms and his leelas and how he has appeared in this world to uplift the faithful people and the non-faithful people as well. Both of them. The Lord is not coming to only for delivering or to uplifting the devotees, but also for the unfaithful people also he is giving that mercy. So here in this sloka it is said Tasya Karmani, with his activities, transcendental activities. These transcendental activities which is magnanimous and the great sages like Narada and the other Vyasa and all, they all sing about this pastime. So they are requesting Sunda Goswami to please speak about that and let us hear from you this magnanimous pastimes of the Lord, about his adventures he performed in his various incarnations. So this is what the sages has requested. Based on this request, this sloka, whatever the sages have requested, this is the basis of what led to the expansion of this Srimad Bhagavatam. All the Srimad Bhagavatam, the story mentioned in this is based on this question. All the pastimes, all the incarnations, all these things are mentioned because of this. So this 17 sloka number 17 can be considered as the seed verse that led to the blooming of the Srimad Bhagavatam Avatari stories. From this question only, from this shloka, this request came from the sages, and this based on that, Shuddha Goswami has told all these incarnation stories throughout the our Srimad Bhagavatam. So Shaunaga Rishi was not simply requesting a history; he was invoking the living presence of Lord there. That why we are invoking the presence, because it is said that one hearing with devotion and faith. When we are hearing, like we are all sitting here and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam with devotion and faith, that means that story when you are hearing that Leelas, you are also present in that Leela. You understand? When Sukadeva Goswami told to Parishit Maharaj and other people assembled there, the same story when it is narrated by Sudha Goswami in Naimisharanya and the other sages and other people are assembled there, they are also being part of that Leelas happened or what is explained by Sukadeva Goswami. So when we are sitting in a Bhagavatam class, we should understand that, or when we are hearing the glories of the Lord, the Leelas, about the incarnation, about the expansion and all, you should understand that we are also being part of that Leela and we are getting benefited by that. So here now the sages are telling that there is an urgency that we need to hear from you, that we have only less time. Within the rare time we have with us, we need to get what is that going to benefit us. That now tell us about Krishna as Rama and Krishna as Narasimha, Krishna as Vamana, Krishna as Varaha. Every stories we need to listen. So they are very eager. They are very eager to listen to what Sudha Goswami is going to explain to them. So, and after all these questions asked in this chapter, after this chapter, in the third chapter, Sudha Goswami, what he does in the chapter, he puts forward a parade of incarnation. About 22 incarnation he is mentioning. 22 incarnation in the third chapter, and in the end of the third chapter, what he does, he crowns this with a absolute truth. What he says that Ede Damsa Kala Pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. What he is telling is all of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of plenary portions of the Supreme Lord, but the Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of the Godhead. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This is mentioned in 1.3.28. The last bit, he crowned that whole portion with this, that Even all these people are incarnations are there, but Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. So in the further part of the shloka, it is mentioned Indriyadi Vyakulam Lokam Mridayandi Yuge Yuge. This says that all of them appear on planets where there is a disturbance caused by the atheist. And why he is coming? The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. So this is also said in in the Bhagavad Gita also the same thing is there. So when Shaunaka Rishi inquired about all these pastimes of the incarnation, which is Udharani Karmani. In this shloka it is mentioned as Udharani Karmani, the magnanimous act of the Lord. In this shloka he did not merely seek a list of incarnation. What is the list? He don't want to listen to that. His focus was on the Leelaya Dadaha Kalaha. Means when the Lord's incarnation Kalaha are not separate beings. The incarnations are not separate beings. They are but manifestations which are supported, contained and emanated from Krishna itself. So you should understand that they are not coming separately. They are supported by Krishna, they are contained in Krishna and they are emanated from Krishna. So this is you should understand that Krishna is the avatari and others are avatars. They are not separate. They are from Krishna itself, emanated from Krishna itself, the original personality of the Godhead. So now through the Shaunaka Rishi's insight and Suda Goswami's narration, Bhagavatam gates us to the sublime truth. That is, Krishna is not just one incarnation. Some people say that Krishna is one incarnation, one of the incarnation. No, this narrations help us to understand and clarify that what it is. Krishna is not just one of the incarnation. He is the avatari. He is the fountainhead of all the transcendental manifestations. So there is the clarity or the truth is there that Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam, because Krishna is not one of the incarnations. There is a misconception by many of the people within us that Krishna is one of the avataras. Out of the 10 avataras, maybe Krishna is one, but that is wrong. Krishna is the fountainhead of all these avatars. So he is the avatara tattva. So as Shaunaka Muni, Rishi listened to these wonders. When he is listening to all these incarnation stories, he was not alone. He was with the other sages. But the other sages had their own orientations. Their other sages some of them were ritualistic people, karmis, like some of them were like philosophers, and some of them were surrendered bhaktas. So all these type of categories of sages were there with Shaunaka Rishi there. But many categories of listeners were present in this assembly, and all of them, even whatever category they were, all of them were drawn together by the power of Leela. When the power of Leela, when you are explaining when you are narrating the Leela, there is a hidden potency in that. In that, it pulls, it drags all of them together towards Krishna. So for some of them, the heroism or the terrifying heroism of Narasimha Dev was admiration for them. Some of them, the beautiful pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavana initiated or instigated their dormant love of God. All these things start when they are hearing that some people, according to their orientation, they get interested in many things what the Lord displays. Some like killing demons, some like Krishna disturbing the gopis, some like Krishna playing with like that. Many things are there which people get interested in. So this is what mainly the power of Leela or the stories were narrated by the great sages. So we will now look into the purport part of Srila Prabhupada, but I am not going to go through all the things in the purport. There are three important statements made by Srila Prabhupada which is beneficial for us to understand. These three are the core part of the purport which we will just discuss about. The first statement made by Srila Prabhupada in the purport, which I am going to tell, is that those who are not conversant with the activities of the Lord and the transcendental realm are sometimes favored by the Lord in his adventures as incarnation, wherein he displays his eternal bliss of his association and transcendental realms. So, even though some people are unfamiliar or not familiar with the Lord's transcendental nature and are not beyond Lord's mercy, when if you are not familiar with his potencies, you don't think that you are away from his mercy. You are also under his mercy. So Krishna's incarnation or avataras are not only for protecting the faithful, but also for extending the divine experience into the reach of people who are in illusion or maya. So it's not only for the faithful or the devotee people; it's also for extending the divine experience to the reach of the people who are in maya. Means hum log ke taraf, like us, many people are in maya. For them also, this is beneficial. So this is going to give benefit. This is why the incarnation, to hear about the incarnation, are very important. So, though they do not know the Lord's abode, his pastimes or purpose, they are sometimes favored through the Lord's Leela, which reveals the glimpses of his transcendental joy. So when we are listening, when we are into the Leela of avatars or the stories of Krishna, we are, as we told, we are also being part of that. And when Lord reveals these magnanimous, these potencies of him, so we will also be in that same joy, with that transcendental joy we will experience. So the term here in this statement of Srila Prabhupada, which is non-conversant, that means it indicates a disconnection from the transcendental knowledge. This non-conversant means that we are disconnected from this transcendental knowledge, which give us understanding that we are connected to Lord and we are parts and parcel of Lord, and that tattva or the tattva jnana is, we are disconnected with that. That is the meaning of this non-conversant. So still Lord appears to perform Leela. If they are not conversant or if we are not understanding this also, then also the Lord appears to perform the Leela, displaying his nature to generate attraction. This is the main purpose. Why Lord want to come breaking the pillar and killing Hiranyakashipu? He can sit in his abode and he can kill Hiranyakashipu, right? Yes. But he appeared to do that. So this is the potency he has, but he is coming down to this material world to show and attract people and give them the benefit of his association. So this is what we need to understand. So to generate the attraction, just as there is a analogy told, just as a sunlight enters even closed rooms through cracks. We have seen some old houses, it is closed, it is dark, but there will be a small hole or small crack on the wall. From there the sunlight is coming in. So this means that same like that, even our hearts are closed, Krishna will come through every small pores in that, and it will enter and give us the benefit. This is the mercy of Krishna that we have to understand. Many people think that Krishna is not caring about us, but we should understand that Krishna is giving his mercy to us, even though if you are not faithful, even though if you are not a devotee, even though if you are not at all thinking about him, even though if you are not even turning towards him, he is bound to give us all this mercy. But we are not seeing this because of our illusion. So the main, in Bhagavad Gita 4.8, the main divine motivation or motive of Krishna is mentioned, that why he is coming, he is taking this incarnation, or why he is coming. Paritranaya sadhuna, vinashaya dushkritam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. That is three things mentioned here. That is to protect the devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish dharma. These are the three things what we need to understand. For these three things, Lord appears again and again to do these things, to re-establish dharma, to protect the devotees and to annihilate the miscreants. And in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.33.36 it also says that Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusham Deham Astita Bhajate Tadrishihi Kridayaha Shrutva Tatparo Bhavet. The Lord assumes a human-like form. When he comes to the material realm, he takes a human-like form to favor his devotees. Means Anugrahaya Bhaktana, to give anugraha, to bless or to benefit the devotees. He takes a human-like form, and such pastimes attract even that. The second part is saying that such pastimes attract even the casual hearers. When he comes, he is coming to protect or help or favor the devotees, but at the same time, who is sitting beside is also getting benefited, who is not even faithful. So this mercy, that particular mercy is what we need to seek for. We are not very devotees, we are not anything. But we should understand that when Lord gives us the mercy, He is not giving not only to the devotees, to people like us who are still conditioned. So there is a story which I remember, which Gauranga Prabhu last week when we were in TV, there was a story he mentioned about his experience in book distribution. But I felt it is very good example for this thing. He was going for book distribution in some place and he saw two people sitting in a bench, and he was trying to preach and give them Bhagavad Gita. So he did, when he approached them itself, one person immediately took out a newspaper and covered his face. So that chapter is closed. He cannot reach to that person. He closed that chapter. So the other person was little positive, so he started explaining to him, and he asked many questions, and Gauranga Prabhu answered the questions, and everything happened like that. But after preaching to him for around 20 minutes, he is telling Prabhuji, whatever you said is correct, but I have this book at home. So then Prabhu is telling, then I was thinking why I wasted my 20 minutes time talking to this person about Bhagavad Gita. Whatever questions he asked, I answered to him. And he should have told me that it is with me, that I could have gone to another person and preached. So immediately what happened? He lost all the faith in this, but he was not going to buy this. So immediately the person who was behind the paper, the newspaper, he pulled his hand out there and gave 100 dirham, 100 rupees and said, give me a Bhagavad Gita. So, this is a life experience of a person. He is telling, this is what we told. Maybe we are talking to one person, we are thinking this person is going to be convinced, but the person convinced is the other one who is, firstly he was reluctant to hear that. But hearing all these glories and explanation about the Bhagavad Gita, he got inspired and he bought one Bhagavad Gita. This is a very good story which you might have also relished this one. So we go to the second statement by Srila Prabhupada, which he says, by such activities he attracts the conditioned souls of the material world. So these leelas he performs are the activities which is said as magnanimous, udharani. He attracts the conditioned soul of the material world. The leela, what is leela? Leelas are not random exhibitions of the Lord. It's not randomly coming. This is said to be targeted weapons of the Lord for awakening the conditioned souls. He is targeting a group of people or a person or somebody who he thinks that they should get the mercy of the Lord. That he is targeting. So that word is used here is the targeted weapon of Lord's mercy. That is the leelas. It is not a random exhibition. So, though deeply entangled in this material world, samsara, conditioned souls are drawn by the many things like the sweetness. In the Leelas, you can see the sweetness of Krishna. Like many stories are there. We can take an example of the fruit seller story. In the fruit seller story, we know that Krishna is the supreme proprietor. So he is the supreme controller. He is the causes of all causes. He is coming as a child very small walking, and he is taking some grains from his house, which is half flowing down, and he is coming like a very innocent child and just showing his hands to the fruit seller. And that itself is sweet to see that a child coming, and he is giving this and seeing the beauty and the beauty of Krishna. The fruit seller is just giving. Just she is mesmerized. She is just giving whatever she has in her hands, giving away to Krishna, and Krishna is talking it everything. And all the small little grain she put her in her basket. And these pastimes give that sweetness you can feel from that Krishna sweetness. Though he is the supreme proprietor, he is bringing something like this which is falling down from his hands. So this is, some of the people are attracted by this sweetness, and some people are by his protective natures. How he is protecting Narasimhadev. He is breaking the pillar and coming out in a ferocious mood, and he is giving that protection to his devotee Prahlad Maharaj. Similarly, how he is protecting Draupadi. All this protection, some people get admired by the protection factor of his incarnations. Some people are attracted by another, like uniqueness of Krishna. What is uniqueness of Krishna? That Krishna in Dwaraka, he have 16,108 wives, right? And they are living in 16,108 palaces. And Krishna is in all these palaces as in 16,108 forms, correct? So this is unique. We cannot imitate that. Neither anybody can in this creation can imitate Krishna for this. When some people will just blaspheme Krishna for such things, who are not knowing about the Krishna's potencies and all. But sometimes some people, when they hear these unique pastimes of Krishna, they get attracted to that as well. But nobody should try that. This is only for Krishna. So this human-like interaction, like what we said, the protecting of the innocent, vanquishing the evils, and sporting with his devotees or his friends. This when we hear that, it will magnetically pull even the inattentive people. Yes, sab sun ke, when we are hearing all this, even the inattentive people or souls are magnetically attracted to Krishna, hearing all this. So this attraction or akriti is the beginning of bhakti. Now we are not bhaktas, we are not having any inclination, but when we hear this stories of Krishna, the magnanimous stories, his protection, his sweetness, his uniqueness, and all, what will happen? We get attracted. This attraction is the beginning of bhakti. When we get attracted, only we see. In material story, this thing also, I remember in 2015 when we went to this yatra, for Vrindavan yatra, some place we met Gaura Gopal Prabhu, and he sang for us and all. So he told a story that when we know somebody, if we know a celebrity and he is sitting with us in the plane, he was telling a story, I don't remember completely. That celebrity is sitting with us, and I don't know he is a celebrity, so he is like a normal man for me. But everybody is coming and shaking hands with him and all these things, and nobody is even thinking about him. He was telling his own story. He was telling that because unless we know the politics, unless we know about a person, unless we know about a person, we cannot admire him or we cannot have any attraction towards him. We should know who he is, what is his potency, what is his lifestyle, what is he good for. All these things we should am I audible to all? Yes. So we should first know about Krishna. Then only we will get attracted to Krishna. So the moment the soul gets attracted to Krishna, the dormant love of Krishna, which every jiva has in him, he started agitating. It started stirring up. It started revealing. Because it was already covered by illusion, now it starts coming out when the attraction starts. Then Lord, what he does, he engages in vikrididam or playful acts to initiate wonders. He will initiate wonders just for what? To attract them more. He will do many leelas to attract them more. So this Srila Prabhupada emphasizes that some souls hearing this leela are attracted even without full comprehension of the Lord's magnanimous deeds. Sometimes we don't understand what he is doing. Maybe he is just seeing somebody like a movie. What is the purpose? What is the motto? Why he is coming? Why he is doing all these stories? But we don't know. He don't know. But he is not fully comprehending what is happening. He is not understanding. But still he gets attracted. This is the mercy of the Lord. When there is mercy of the Lord, even if we don't do anything also, it will come to us. That mercy we have to get. Okay. So despite, now we are telling that in this part we are telling that even the non-devotees are getting benefited. But there is something in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told as contradiction to this. In 7.25 he says that Naham Prakasham Sarvasya Yogamaya Sammavritaha Mudoayam Nabha Abhijanata Logo Mam Ajam Avyayam. I never manifest to foolish and unintelligent people. He is telling like that. For them I am covered with my internal potency and they do not know me that I am the unborn and unfallible. Because I am standing in front of them, also they don't understand. Because I am covering myself with my internal potency. And then it's also said that Avijanadi ma muda manusham tanu mamuda. When some people see me as in a human form, they just deride me. They don't care about me. They think I am a normal man. So this also Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita 9.11. Thus, some with faith. This is one particular statement you have. Some with faith, while others remain unmoved. Some have faith. They get attracted. Some even they have got the darshan of Krishna, they have got the association of Krishna, everything is there, but they are not moved. They don't get the benefit. Those are these people, what they are telling, Muda, unintelligent people, they don't understand what the benefit I am going to get from this, what I am experiencing, they don't understand. For example, Kamsa, Duryodhana, all these people, they got direct darshan from Krishna, they got direct association from Krishna, but they did not understand, they did not comprehend, they did not take the benefit of that association. So, whatever these things, we should relate it with what we are. This is why these three statements I have taken, we are discussing, which is relevant to us. So the third part of Srila Prabhupada's purport is that some of these conditioned souls are engaged in false enjoyment of material senses and others in simply negating their real life in the spiritual world. So this is mentioning about two categories of people. That two extreme categories. One is Bhoga category and one is Tyaga category, which is, these lines reveal the two classic errors in the conditioned human. That is, one is overindulgence or karmis. They are overindulging in karmic activities, and the other is rejection without devotion. They are some people, jnanis, they are rejecting things without considering the devotion. So the karmis try to enjoy the world independent of the Lord. The karmis, they do karmic activities. They think they have to satisfy themselves. They are independent. They are thinking they are independent of the Lord and they are doing their karmas. And jnanis, they try to renounce the world without seeing God in it. They will renounce everything in the world, but they don't see God in it. So both of them reject the personal path of the devotional service. The personal thing, what a bhakta is doing, it will not be there. You understand? So there is that personal touch is not there in both of these karmis and jnanis. So karmis absorbed in sense gratification, they consider the body and world, ये संसार और ये हमारा body as a source of independent enjoyment. अपने को enjoy करने का एक place a dunya or our body. Jnanis, what they do, they attempt liberation by negating everything, even including the relation with Supreme Personality of Godhead. They negate everything. Even the relation they will negate. So this Srila Prabhupada writes that this is why they are simply negating their life in spiritual world, because they consider not the personal factor, they consider the impersonal factor, and they want to enjoy there as the impersonal, merging into impersonal Brahma and all these things. So they are not considering the personal factor of that. Srimad Bhagavad Gita 7.15 captures this precisely, that Namam dushkritino mudaha prabadyande naradhama maya bharda jnanam asuram bhavam ashritaha. So miscreants, fools, then naradhama means lowest of the mankind, and maya abhahrita jnana, those whose knowledge is stolen by illusion. Such people never surrender to me. So even though Lord is giving all the mercy, He is coming to both of us, both to devotees and to non-devotees or unfaithful people or unintelligent people also. These people, He is telling these 4 categories of people, they never surrender to me. So it is our problem. Krishna is like rain. When rain comes, He is not seeing, okay, that is Shailendra Prabhu's house, I will give rain there, and I will not go give rain to other people's house. No, it's not like that. It is for all. So when He comes, He gives mercy for all, but it is our mistake or our misfortune that we are not able to get it. Now finally Srila Prabhupada confirms that only the Sattvada or the Bhakta rises above both of them, both the Jnanis and the Karmis, and they do positive devotional service. He hears, remembers and serves the Lord with relish. Only the devotees, they serve the Lord by hearing, they do servicing and they remember Krishna, and what they do, they relish it, not reject, they relish it. So the true seekers desire to hear about the Lord's personal actions, the true seekers. So they are not thinking about the abstract knowledge or Krishna did the, for example, Krishna did the creation, in that Mahatattva is there, and all these elements came, 30%, 20% import joined, and all these things. That knowledge is not what they are looking for. They are looking for the personal aspects of the Lord, where they can relish the sweetness of that. So like Krishna killing demons, protecting Brajavasis in the like Kaliya Damana, killing of Agasura, Bagasura, Govardhan Leela, Rasa Leela, then butter stealing. Everybody is enjoying the butter stealing stories. Then troubling gopis, acting acts with the cowherd friends, then with the monkeys. All these things of Krishna are enjoyed by people. So they want to hear about those things only. So the proper mood is that we should be faithful. When we are hearing, we should be in the faithful mood. That we should be in a submissive mood and always longing, eager to hear about Krishna Katha, eager to hear. This is what I am telling again. Srila Prabhupada is trying to emphasize this. We need to hear again, eager to hear. This is the main thing. So when we are, because Lord is the best glorified by the great sages, that is Parigitani Suribihi. In that you can understand that this is told by whom? With great sages, liberated souls. They are telling this to us. And these leelas, what they give to us, they give us both sweetness and instructive, like Shiksha, they are giving us Shiksha also. So the purport of Srila Prabhupada distills into these three things. What we discussed, these three things, he distills this into these three statements, where the entire scope of Lord's mercy is visible. That what is the Lord's mercy? He is not coming here incarnating to give mercy only to the non-devotees, but to faithful people also, unfaithful people also. But that mercy is for all. But depends on our inclination whether we are qualified to get it. So Lord's mercy that does not only for the qualified but especially for the unqualified also. Through his incarnations, he reveals his realm, his joy and his love. So even the karmis and jnanis might awaken to their real life of devotion. Even these karmis and jnanis who are away from devotion or personal, when they hear this, they might also get attracted. This is also a fact. Now we come to another last thing, which is not part of these three things, which is one important thing what Srila Prabhupada told in the purport. In the beginning of the purport itself, Srila Prabhupada exposed the misconception of inert or inactive absolute truth. Some people are telling, telling that Bhagavan has no activity. He is inert. He is without any activity. So Srila Prabhupada strongly affirmed in his first statement that Lord as a supreme active person. Supreme active person. So he is fulfilling the desires of everybody. He is slaying demons. He is acting as he is attracting souls. And he in Bhagavad Gita he already is also saying that Maya Adhyakshena Prakritiha Suvedesa Characharam. All the living, all the moving and non-moving, everything in this creation is controlled and directed, is under my direction. So he is telling that without the direction means he is doing all these activities by himself through his incarnations and his associates. He is doing all these things. So he cannot be considered as finished. I am just concluding. So this verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam is centered around the activities of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada always says that there is four things that we can get into contact with the Supreme Lord. The fourth thing is his name, form, qualities and his activities. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. These four things, from that you can get in touch with him. Nama we have. What is that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Rupa we have Archa Vigrahas at home in temples and all. We have these Vigrahas so we can see his Rupa. Then we have qualities and pastimes. We have Srimad Bhagavatam with us, which will give us the qualities and pastimes of the Lord. So all these things by when we are coming into contact, we are coming into contact with Krishna through these things, and by our this our consciousness is getting purified. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says that Janma Karma Jame Divyam. All his birth or appearance and his activities are all divyam. And evam yo veti tattvadaha tiktva deham punarjanma naidima meti suarjuna. So he is telling whoever understands this in principle will come back to me. He don't need to take any more janma or punarjanma. So this is what he is telling. So this I will conclude. Actually the time is finished. So I will say that the hearing, when we are hearing the katha, the soul and the soul and it nourishes the soul and it strengthens the faith of the people when we are hearing Krishna katha. And bhakti begins with longing to hear, with the eagerness to hear. Bhakti begins and it grows with shravanam. So we continuously do shravanam faithfully, then you will grow in this bhakti. And such hearing connects us to eternal reality of connects us to the supreme personality of the Godhead. This is what we need to understand. So we need to keep ourselves faithful, that we need always to listen from good souls, that we get also this benefit of Krishna Katha and we get liberated. So there is 10 good qualities of a hearer. I'll just go through the 10 qualities of a good hearer so you can see what is in you and what you need to add. So first thing is that Shraddha Dhananam, as we told in this, which is eagerness to hear Krishna Katha. This is the first qualification to to enter the kingdom of the Godhead. Second thing is that faithful. You have to be faithful, that Krishna Katha is all powerful. It has the potency. You have to have that faith that this has the potency to deliver me. Then you have to be determined. Determined for what? Whatever comes in my way, I want to hear Krishna Katha. I don't care about difficulties or other things, but I want to hear Krishna Katha. Then fourth quality is respectful. We should be respectful to the subject matter what we are listening and to the speaker. Then we should be humble. Humble that I am sitting and hearing this. I am not qualified, but many sages and other learned souls, they were all sitting and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from other great Vaishnavas, and I am also getting this opportunity, so I should be humble. Then greatness, fortunate to get the discourse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we should be chaste to hear only the topics of Krishna. We should avoid the mundane topics. We should be chaste to hear only Krishna Kathas or topics related to Krishna Katha. Then other thing is inquisitive. We should be inquisitive to know the details of Krishna Katha. We should be inquisitive. And we should be compassionate. This is one thing which Srila Prabhupada also emphasized. What compassion? Even Shaunaka Rishi, he can hear, what is their intention was to hear and to distribute it to the other peoples, this nectar. So that compassion we should have, not only us to be benefited, the benefit should be for all the people around us, whether they are faithful or not faithful. Everybody should be benefited. That compassion should be there. This is one of the mood of Srila Prabhupada. So finally, we should inspire, the listeners should inspire the speakers. You understand? How? By attentive hearing. By attentive hearing. Even I am not qualified to talk, but I know something here and there I am telling to you. You should be attentively hearing to me so that I can have some inspiration to talk good katha. So these are the 10 things: eagerness, faithfulness, determination, respect, humbleness, grateful, chastity, inquisitive, compassionate, and inspiration. These things should be there when we are hearing Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or anything scriptures you are hearing from a speaker. You should be in this mood. When you are in this mood, when you are faithful, you will be part of that Leela. When you be part of the Leela, you will get attracted. When you are attracted, you will get liberated. You will get bhakti, and continuing Shravanam, you will be progressing in your bhakti, and then you can reach back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I just messed up in the last part because of time restrictions. I hope I have delivered something what Srila Prabhupada has explained, and I know that many mistakes I might have made. Please excuse me for this. And any corrections Mataji and Prabhuji can do. That I just got, when I came back from GEV, the next day I got information from Prabhuji, you had to do 17, Sloka 17. So it was a quick this thing, and Ramashna Prabhu, only my Ashraya was Ramashna Prabhu. I got hold of his dhoti and I asked him for help, and he helped me. And this is what I could do in this short period. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Maybe I not may be able to answer that. I have my strong Shiksha Guru sitting around me to support me, so I have no fear about answering. Any questions?
इसका क्वेश्चन है?
Any question, Prabhuji, Mataji?
Prabhu, how we can develop this faith? First thing is faith. How we can develop?
Faith, when we are listening to the katha, we get attracted. When we get attracted, automatically the bhakti starts there. The first step of bhakti is what? Shraddha. It starts. But you have to start listening to the katha. The more you listen, you are doing the service, the most important devotional service, which is Shravanam. And when you do continuous Shravanam, it elevates you. But when you start, the first step you do is to get attracted to these stories. When you get attracted, the faith develops. And when the faith develops, you continue the Shravanam process and then you move forward with your progress. And main thing is that even though you are, that we told in the this thing, that even though if Lord is present in front of you also, sometimes you will not get that mercy. You got the point? It's not that every time the faith develops, because Krishna was in front of Duryodhana for many times, but he did not develop that faith in him. Hare Krishna. I don't know whether this was the right answer. Mataji?
Hare Krishna. It's a very wonderful question, how to develop the faith. And you gave a very nice answer stating that by hearing one gets a faith. The example for this is Rukmini, who was hearing. She was in Vidarbha. It's almost in the middle part of the present Bharat, we should say. And to this place, there used to be so many milk products which used to come from Dwaraka. From Vrindavan, Mathura, and those areas. So, when those milkmaids and traders used to bring this quality of very high, potent milk products, and it was very famous, and so the kingdom, they used to do the trading, and those traders, they used to come and glorify the way how they are making this milk sweets and milk products from Vrindavan, which is being coming to all these places. So Rukmini used to call those traders and would ask, who are these people and how are they able to make it? Then they would tell the greatness of the Vraja and the greatest person in Vraja. Hearing those, she became very much attracted, and every time she used to wait for this new set of traders, every time they bring it to us. Over a period of time, it so happened that the frequency of these traders used to become almost like a daily, some batch or the other used to come, and they would glorify Krishna's friends, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's cows and Vraja. So she became so much attracted, and that's the reason why she developed such a faith. She wrote in the history of the mankind the first ever love letter expressing that she be kidnapped from the kingdom to take her back to God. That's the power of hearing.
She drew the body of Krishna without even seeing him.
Any more questions?
You want to say something?
A wonderful session. This is the first time, in fact, I'm hearing you. I've never heard you at length, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, and I'm sure your Siksha Guru, Dinapana Prabhu, and your dear mother, Amiradika Mata, and of course me and my Prabhu, we are extremely happy and thankful. And just one point I want to add here, when Prabhu was talking about those 10 qualities of a good hearer, they are a perfect example. The very reason I'm saying this, because most of you must be knowing that Mata had to undergo a very serious challenge in her health. She had cancer, and their only faith, in spite of her frail health, they never stopped even one single Bhakti Vriksha class in their home. And she used to cook. She used to cook for the devotees, and they did not ever give an excuse that I'm having this problem, so we'll not have class, we cannot come for the aarti, we cannot do this seva. That seva they never said, not a single day. And they never ever said, oh, I've come to this path, see what Lord has done to me, I've been inflicted this with. They never uttered one single word. And with such faith and determination, they continued to be coming to the classes, continued with their Bhakti Riksha at home, and continued to perform all the services. And they used to say, I don't know how long I'm going to be, please give me seva. Please don't say that you don't do seva. You don't say that. They are such a wonderful couple, and whatever Prabhu said today is just not out of somewhere he has told, he has realized it. That's why it could come directly from his heart, such wonderful things. I request that you please pray for both. In fact, it's not that even he is keeping good health. Prabhu is also having a lot of health problems. So please, I request all of you to please sincerely pray for both Prabhu and Mata for their health and their well-being, and also for their wonderful daughter. All of you know, Sri Lakshmi. And the wonderful part is, even though Mata had so many problems, their daughter used to go for all the Kirtan programs. And Mata used to come there. She was not able to sit, but still she used to come and she said, no, I want to hear the Kirtan. That is their determination. So they are a perfect example for this. So I request all of your sincere prayers. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And similarly, the wonderful other couple is Dina Palaka Prabhu and Her Grace Devashri Devi Mata. Even Devashri Mata had to, even she was also suffered cancer. They both are still undergoing, of course, you know, once somebody gets cancer, that regular tests and all those things go on and on till the thing. So, but they were also very strong in their sadhana, very strong in their services, the determination. So this is something we all have to inculcate. They are live examples in front of us. We need not talk about something in the Shastra also. We can see them live here. So we have to learn from them. That's my sincere request to all of you. Hare Krishna.